Hello my dear students, I am Akila, HSST in Physics. I welcome all of you to my physics class. Today we will begin with our chapter 3, Current Electricity. The term current may not be a new one for you. You may be familiar with it. You might have heard about water current, river current, which means flow of water, or air current. Similar to this, current electricity or electric current means flow of charges. So today in this chapter we are going to learn about flow of charges. In our previous two chapters we have been discussing about charges at rest, which comes under the unit electrostatics. So today let's see what happens when charges are in motion. So let's first start with a small example. Consider water flowing in a river. If you want to know about the strength of the water flow, let's place a ring in a direction perpendicular to the flow of water. The water coming out from the ring per second will give you an idea about water current. Similar to this, let's consider a conductor. This conductor is of uniform cross-sectional area. This conductor is under the influence of an electric field E. The direction of this electric field is from A to B. So you know, in a conductor there are a number of free electrons, and these free electrons are in random motion, about which we will see later. But now please keep in mind that when an electric field is applied to a conductor, the electrons will start moving in a direction opposite to the direction of electric field, opposite to the direction of the applied electric field. Now let's consider a uniform cross-sectional area here. Let's say that the net charge passing through this area is delta Q for a time delta T. Then the physical quantity electric current, denoted by the letter capital I, is equal to delta Q by delta T. Or electric current can be defined as the rate of flow of charge. Here you know this holds good only for a steady flow of current. That is, if the flow of charges is not varying with respect to time. But if the flow of charges are varying with respect to time, like in the case of lightning, then we have to go for the instantaneous value of current. The instantaneous value of current can be obtained by taking limit of delta T tends to 0. So you can say that the instantaneous value of current is equal to limit delta T tends to 0 of delta Q by delta T, which is equal to dQ by dt. In this case, we should know that the electrons in the conductor are moving with uniform velocity, that is, acceleration is equal to 0. But if there is acceleration, that is, acceleration is not equal to 0, then in that case it will give rise to electromagnetic waves. I think I've mentioned this in the previous class. Okay, now today we are going to learn in detail about the physical quantity electric current. Electric current is denoted by the capital letter I. I is equal to charge by time. So the unit of electric current will be equal to unit of charge, which is Coulomb, divided by unit of time, which is second. So the unit of current is Coulomb per second. Another unit, the SI unit of current is ampere, which is denoted by the letter A. So from this equation you can see that 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per second. So you can define 1 ampere as that current produced when a charge of 1 coulomb flows through a conductor of uniform cross-section area for 1 second. Other smaller units of current are milliampere, microampere, etc. 1 milliampere is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. 1 microampere is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 ampere. You should also know that the current in a domestic appliance is 1 ampere. The current carried by lightning is 10 raised to 4 amperes. The current through our nerves is 10 raised to minus 6 or 1 microampere. Now let's see what is the dimensional formula of current. Current, you know, it is a fundamental quantity which is one among the 7 fundamental quantities which you have learned last year. So the dimensional formula of current is I or A. Usually we go for A as the dimensional formula of current. Now let's move to a numerical problem. The question is, there are 1 into 10 raised to 5 electrons moving from a point P to Q for a time t is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 seconds. You are asked to find out the current I, the magnitude of current and also the direction of current. Here we are going to use the basic formula I is equal to Q by T, which can be substituted by NE by T, because Q is equal to NE, which comes under the property quantization of charge. Here N is given to be 1 into 10 raised to 5 into the basic electronic charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 divided by 10 raised to minus 4 seconds, which is the time here. And you will get the answer as I is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 10 ampere. Here the main point which you should keep in mind is, here the electrons are moving from P to Q, that is given in the question. So the direction of current will be opposite to the flow of electrons and it will be from Q to P. Okay, with this we wind up today's session. Thank you and have a nice day.